Hey, fourth graders, how's it going? Yeah, I'm gone again. I'm very sorry. I know it's been a lot. There's a lot that I have to do before we move over to the Netherlands this summer. And as much as I want to see you, we're leaving in like a month, and I have about, count, 17.5 million things that I have to get done before I leave. This week I actually get to go see my best friend. She lives in Las Vegas, and I haven't seen her for a couple years, and since we're leaving for 2 years, I really want to see her. So I'm going to go visit her for just 3 days. I promise you I will be back next week, and I will see you before the school year ends, okay? All right, we're doing this really awesome radial design. It's asymmetrical, so let's get started. So today we're going to be doing this awesome radial design. Now, if I say the word symmetry, what does that mean to you? Think about that for a second. We've talked about symmetry before in all your years of elementary art. So symmetry means to be the same on both sides. So something like a face could be symmetrical. A heart could be symmetrical. If you cut the, made a line down the middle, it's the same on both sides. So that's what symmetry means. It means the same on both sides. So what's the opposite of symmetrical? Well, that word is asymmetrical. So today we're going to be making asymmetrical designs inside of a circle. So we do not have to have it on the same on both sides, either the top or the bottom or the left or the right. It's going to be kind of random. We're going to be drawing some different lines and drawing some really cool designs in it. So here's what you're going to need. Everyone's going to get a white piece of 9 by 12 paper. There's going to be some circle stencils that you're going to need, and we're just going to start off with a pencil. So the first thing we need to do is let's go ahead and just write our name on the corner and write whatever your class code is. And you're going to go ahead and trace your circle stencil. Remember, keep your hand on it. Push your pencil against the stencil so that it's getting a perfect round shape there. Nice. Okay, now what we're going to do is we need to draw 3 lines across our circle. Now, these could just be curved lines. You could make them a little wonky, maybe a little loop-de-loop. You could even give it, a kind of a bend, but here's the deal. You don't want it to be super crazy, but you do need it to go from one side of your circle to the other. So I think I'm going to take one and do like a big curvy line that goes across. So there's one. Let's see. My next one, I think I'll keep a little bit more simple since this one's kind of crazy. And I think I'll just do a curved line across. And I need one more. So this one, I think I'll start here. I'm going to go up, down, and over. Okay. So what I have been doing, what I did with this is I've kind of broken my paper into different sections. So each section is kind of marked off by pencil. So if you kind of look at this section right here, oh, it stops right here. This is one section. This little tiny triangle in here is one. This is a section. This right here, that little itty bitty spot. This here, 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 and then here. So altogether I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I have 11 different spots. So I'm going to have 11 different designs inside my circle. So if you kind of look at this one, there's several different sections, and each section is going to have its own unique design. Okay? All right, so what you're going to be doing now is once you have your basic shape and your lines, then you're going to outline with a Sharpie or a black marker. I'm going to give you guys these Mr. Sketch markers. So carefully trace this with a black Sharpie or this black Mr. Sketch marker. Each of those tubs should have 2 of every color. So if one of the colors is not working, you can always go and use the other one. But let's start with using these Mr. Sketch markers that I have for you guys in the tubs. But if you want to go grab your boxes of Sharpies, you can also do that. Okay, so these and Sharpies, you choose, because these ones have like a little bit of a thicker point, so you won't get that nice sharp, crisp point to this, but the Sharpies, they do. Just make sure you go and grab a placemat to put underneath here so it doesn't bleed through onto my table. All right, you guys, now that you have your circle traced, you're going to go back and you're going to actually trace those 3 lines that you drew. So just carefully go back and follow the lines that you made, making sure that you just really try to stay on top of those lines. I like to just kind of do a little section at a time. If for some reason you get off that line, that's not a big deal. Just go back with your eraser and carefully, oh dear, erase your pencil lines. All right, I need to go back and do a little erasing right here. Okay. So pause this when you guys need to. And we'll get back to the filling in of designs. Okay, so now that you have all your lines, you're going to do a different design in each section. It's totally up to you what you do. We're gonna work on this this week, and we're gonna work on this next week. So I don't expect you to get them finished, but I do expect you to take your time and to make them look nice. I don't wanna see a bunch of rushed, okay? So I could just, you know, start here. I think I'll make a funky little shape here. I'm going to fill it in. And you don't have to use your pencil for this one. Just go ahead and just go with marker or Sharpie. I'm going to kind of follow that same shape and fill it in. Okay, I don't want a ton of white. But if you're doing like a black and white pattern, I could understand that, but you don't want it to all be the same. You want it to be different. You want each section to kind of stand out on its own, okay? So go ahead and work on this. Do your best. Get as far as you can. Like I said, I do not expect you to get this finished today. And I do expect good craftsmanship. So craftsmanship means that you're taking your time, you're filling in these sections. I shouldn't see like a bunch of white spots where your marker, you haven't kind of gotten all the little spots in there. So make sure you really fill it in. Keep each design inside its own little section. So this design that I'm doing right now, I'm not gonna keep going out. I'm gonna make sure it fits inside this little section. So like for my next one, when I do my next line of this shape, I'm gonna stop when I get to that black line and just kind of fill in where that black line holds me in. It's kind of like my boundary, okay? It's my little guide map. All right, you guys, I'm gonna finish this one and I'll show you my final product, and then you guys just have a great time. Make sure you're working. If you're talking and working, that's fine, but you have to be working. If you are not working and the talking is getting in the way, then we're gonna have silent art. All right, friends, have an awesome day. I'll be right back to finish this one. All right, you guys, I finished. So I did some like cool camouflage over here, some like different kind of checks, some squares, little rainbow action, my piece of pizza, cool little like windmill, some polka dots. So remember, every section should be different. Try to use different colors so that it looks not all the same, and have fun.